Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Other Side. Today, we're talking about the Moon-Eyed People, and to understand the origins of the Moon-Eyed People, we must first journey back in time to the ancient migrations that shaped America. Over 1,500 years ago, during the last Ice Age, nomadic hunters from Asia embarked on a perilous, treacherous, dangerous, whatever is word you want to use, journey across the Bering Strait land bridge. Now, this land bridge was known as Beringia, and it's what connected Asia to North America. This icy expanse went from Siberia to Alaska, and it provided passage for these early explorers. During the Ice Age, the water levels went down because of the amount of ice. Ice floats. If you ever get a drink from a restaurant, you'll see that. And that lowered the water level enough that there was a land bridge these people could cross. As they crossed this vast frozen tundra, these resilient hunters followed giant herds of mammoths, bison, and other game. They were following food, and they were looking for new land and opportunities. They ended up settling in America. They spread across America, and they gave rise to all of the diverse cultures and civilizations that we know as Native Americans. They each left their mark on the rich tapestry of history. Among these ancient peoples were the ancestors of the Native American tribes we know today, whose legends and lore have been passed down through generations. Among the Cherokee and other Native American tribes of the Appalachian Mountains, a specific legend has persisted for centuries: the legend of the Moon-Eyed People. These beings were said to be a mysterious race of pale-skinned, nocturnal creatures who inhabited the Appalachian Mountains long before the arrival of European settlers. These beings, known as the Moon-Eyed People, were described as having large, sensitive eyes, perfectly adapted to the dark, allowing them to see clearly in the moonlight, but rendering them nearly blind during the day. Their skin was unusually light, almost luminescent, which led to their association with the moon. According to Cherokee lore, these elusive creatures lived in underground caverns and only emerged at night to avoid the harsh rays of the sun. The legends tell of conflicts between the Moon-Eyed People and the Cherokee. This ended in the Moon-Eyed People being driven away or retreating deeper into the mountains, never to be seen again. Some stories suggest that they built mysterious stone structures, like the ancient walls found near Fort Mountain in Georgia, adding an air of historic intrigue to their legend. At 850 feet long, this stone wall is believed to have been constructed around 400 to 500 CE, and is one of the most famous remnants associated with the Moon-Eyed People. According to one Cherokee legend, the wall is a vestige of war that the Moon-Eyed People fought and lost against the neighboring Creek tribe. The Creeks reportedly drove the Moon-Eyed People from their homeland during a full moon, whose pale light was blinding to these nocturnal creatures. Another version of this story tells of a war waged by the Cherokee, driving the Moon-Eyed People from their home at Hiwassee, forcing them to live underground after their defeat. An intriguing twist in the lore comes from an article by North Carolina Ghost, which delves into the myth of the Moon-Eyed People and their purported Welsh connection to pre-Columbian America. This article debunks the tale of Prince Madoc, who would have been a white, English-speaking Native American, attributing these stories to the 16th century English propaganda aimed at challenging Spanish claims to the New World. Stories of Welsh-speaking and English-speaking Native Americans began to circulate in the 17th and 18th century, such as the alleged encounters by Reverend Morgan Jones and the Stedman shipwreck account. Despite the persistence of these myths, there is no solid archaeological evidence to support an ancient European presence in America besides brief Viking visits. The article by North Carolina Ghost highlights how these myths often reflect European receptions rather than historic reality. Despite these speculative ideas, archaeological evidence such as Cahokian civilization mounds contradict theories of European presence in America, reinforcing that the legends of the Moon-Eyed People are more rooted in the cultural tapestry of America and European storytelling than in verifiable historic events. Who or what are these beings? Are they simply part of Native American folklore? Or is there a deeper, hidden truth waiting to be uncovered in the ancient mountains of Appalachia? Now let's get into some theories. The legend of the Moon-Eyed People has sparked numerous theories over the years, each attempting to unravel the mystery of their origins, but most of them failing along the way. Some suggest that they might have been early European explorers or settlers that were stranded in the New World long before Columbus's fabled voyage. Could they be mysterious figures from a past that we don't know about? Or could they be something more otherworldly? Many people theorize that the Moon-Eyed People might be extraterrestrials, visitors from another world whose unusual appearance and behavior set them apart from the native population. Their large eyes and pale skin could be reminiscent of being adapted to dim, alien environments, kind of like the Greys or the Kentucky Goblins. Still, other theories suggest that the Moon-Eyed People were not human at all, but belonged to a race of subterranean creatures, goblin-like beings. Some folklore enthusiasts even propose that they were ethereal or other dimensional entities who existed on the fringes of reality, emerging only under the light of our moon. While these fun theories can capture the imagination, some researchers have a kind of boring explanation that the Moon-Eyed People are just nocturnal animals. Just as medieval explorers mistook rhinoceroses as unicorns, the eerie characteristics of certain animals could have sparked the legend of the Moon-Eyed People. For instance, owls have large reflective eyes and a silent flight, and might have been perceived as ghostly figures in the moonlight. Bats, too, with their nocturnal habits and elusive nature, could have contributed to this myth. Even albino animals, with their pale skin and sensitivity to light, might have played a role in shaping these ancient tales. The legend of the Moon-Eyed People bears intriguing similarities to other folklore and mysterious encounters in the Appalachian region. In 1955, the small town of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, was the site of a bizarre encounter with strange goblin-like beings. An event that became known as the Hopkinsville Goblins incident occurred. Eyewitnesses reported seeing small humanoid creatures with large eyes and unusual features reminiscent of the Moon-Eyed People. More recently, the Hellier case, investigated by paranormal researchers Greg and Dana Newkirk, explored reports of mysterious goblin-like entities in the caves of Kentucky. The eerie descriptions of these beings, pale, nocturnal, and elusive, mirror the tales of the Moon-Eyed People, suggesting a possible connection between these two legends. Could the Moon-Eyed People be part of a broader tapestry of Appalachian folklore, intertwined with the tales of goblins, spirits, haints, and other entities? No matter what you believe, the legend of the Moon-Eyed People continues to captivate and mystify, blending folklore, history, and the unknown into a haunting, spooky tale that echoes throughout the Appalachian Mountains. But the story doesn't end here. If you, or someone you know, has encountered strange beings, heard whispers of ancient legends, or experienced the unexplained in the Appalachian region, I want to hear from you.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
Share your stories in the comments below, or reach out to me with your experience. Together we can continue to explore the mystery of the Moon-Eyed People and unravel the secrets hidden in the shadows of these ancient hills.